Of course we have to support this fleet. It's a scandal what's going on. And as humanists, we have to support them. And what's happening, the massacres, the genocides, it's also part of the union struggle, to which Sudrai, we are proud, and Sudrai, the Solidarity Union, calls to participate in all the gatherings and all the demonstrations, because one day we will finally be able to look each other in the eye. Thank you, comrades. It's private, we are always on strike, and I think that the council is common. Everyone has seen it, everyone has said the same thing, and we don't see any change. And the change, it's not a story that everyone has noticed, it's still a truth that is said, that is seen by everyone, except that today they are trying not to see it. Who is trying not to see it? It's always the same. It's either the government with all its clique, or the bosses who still defend their bread, like we also defend our bread. But it's a bread that is common to everyone. What we defend is not just saying that we want money for us, but we want money to defend what we do together. What makes a nation is that today, in the private sector, when I am sick, I still go to the public to be treated. And if I go and there is nothing, if tomorrow I can't even stop, because if I stop, it already took me 3 days to recover. Already when I was arrested, I was already losing 3 days. And with that, they tell us today that, well, yes, but the sick leave continues. Ah, yes, but they also find strategists to say that today the grévistes, they really try to separate us, and we shouldn't let that happen. The truth, we have it. If everyone says that, everyone makes the same observation, somewhere there is a truth. And if there is a truth, what keeps them is that they are powerful. And if we are not all together, we cannot bring down the power. So suddenly, the only thing I would say is that we, in the private sector, last time on the 18th, we were 50 grévistes. They managed, through stratagems, to cover about, we in the trains, they still covered about 20 trains. That is to say that there are still stratagems that have already been put in place in the private sector. And they already know how to break the strikes. So let's be united and let's talk to each other. Those who are with us, those who are not with us. But it is by talking to each other that we will be able to make our cause evolve. And put the leaders on the left, because it's the left that should be in power. Macron has done everything to not put the leaders on the left. Why? There's only one thing that can reduce unemployment, and that's the Communist Party. We're not going to stop, that's why we're here, to tax the rich. And we're going to tax the rich, and tax the rich, and tax the rich. There are so many. There's all the work of Frederick Lorden. There are all the people on the left who are thinking about possibilities, the earthquakes. We've made a lot of proposals. There are a lot of things to do. The capital doesn't want to. But the things are there. They're on the table. The sharing first, the taxation of wealth, more state power to dispatch things, to give democracy to companies. There are so many things to do. We're going to win today. We're going to win. There are dozens of boats that are offshore. They're waiting. Every day it costs them, I don't know how much, but hundreds of thousands of euros. And they're waiting there in front of the deputies, except that the colleagues who are there for the deputies are in Greece. I honestly think so because we're in France, in a democracy. Power comes back to the people, and we had legislative elections that didn't help much because we had, for example, the new popular vote that passed, and Macron just didn't listen to us. Our votes were useless because we didn't have governments that we appreciated. So I think that, yes, Macron breaks this principle of democracy. For me, it's a total dictatorship. He doesn't care about the people. He doesn't care about the French. He only sees the European Union. He only sees himself. He doesn't see the problem in France, the problem down there. He really governs. We dictate to him what he has to do. We follow him. It's the European Union that commands us. We can't do anything in France. Everything is dictated. We're killing the country. And he's not doing anything for France. He didn't even reveal his government. He didn't even reveal his budget. And he managed to gather against him 3 days of strikes and demonstrations. Hats off to the artist. These activists have been arrested in international waters. It's totally illegal from the point of view of international law. The Gaza Strip must be able to arrive in Gaza, must be able to distribute its humanitarian aid, and France must join the action. The Israeli government must be sanctioned in order to impose a ceasefire, a humanitarian corridor, and a just and lasting peace solution. As you can see, they're working. What annoys me is that they forgot the green flags. Maybe you were there too. Maybe you should visit the office with us to talk to the contractors. There won't be a way out of this political situation without a return to the electors. And since a dissolution of the National Assembly today would undoubtedly produce a configuration of the National Assembly quite close to the current configuration, if we want to unlock the situation today, it has to go through the departure of the President of the Republic and through the organization of an anticipated presidential election. He's going to get you out of the balls, too. Over there, well acted too in the court, and that we hear, we think of them. We think of all the private people, like the government. The government. Is it okay? No, 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 it's okay. Macron doesn't want to, for 18 trains of sanctions against Putin and still 0 against Netanyahu and Israel. This is what expresses its disgust at the revolting measures. which means that even a criminal wanted by the International Criminal Court is authorized to fly over France and airspace 3 times. Yes, France has the means to act. France has the means to act, and our mobilization pushes it every day more to isolate Israel. It's over. We are all children of the race. We demand the suspension of the association agreement between the European Union and Israel, conditioned in respect of human rights. We demand sanctions against Netanyahu. We demand that France finally do something, because we know here that we are not only facing the first genocide filmed live of all the history of humanity. We are facing a genocide that is done to children. I remind you that half of the population of Gaza is children. The government makes systematically pay the poorest, the most modest, instead of making pay those who get rich on our economy. I am retired, we are blocked the pensions, while the cost of living continues to increase, and we always look for the same. I feel it through the public services. For example, the post of the village of Zabit Hafermeh, and that's how we see it in everyday life. And I have health problems. I see in Montpellier the public hospitals where I am treated who are in difficulty, while private clinics are built and grow everywhere. There is not only anger, there is especially demand. It's been a while since the employees of private companies went to retire because of a lack of purchasing power, and above all, a lack of living together. We are a fractured society, but it is fractured because there is a lack of purchasing power and social cohesion. I am a little afraid to see that there are wages that are incriminated by social cohesion. If we deal with this phenomenon, we will solve a lot of problems. We must strengthen social security and then increase wages, equality of women. It allows us to find a lot of things in the box. Now we can no longer live with this work. There are employees who sleep in their cars, who can't find a place to stay. And we have retirees who have pensions that are getting lower and lower. Everyone is affected by these vices of society. We are angry it's not like today. We have been angry for several months now because we have a government that is deaf to all the demands of the world of work. We have governments that